Have you ever wondered why some people in their 70s still walk with energy, laugh with joy, and even travel the world, while others of the same age struggle to get out of bed in the morning? What's their secret? Is it luck, good genes, or something they do differently every day? Let me tell you a story about two old friends, George and Henry. Both turned 70 the same year. They grew up in the same small town, went to the same school, and even worked in similar jobs. But when I met them again 10 years later, at 80, they couldn't have been more different. George looked lively. His eyes sparkled, his skin had color, and he still volunteered at the local library. He said he woke up every morning with gratitude and purpose. Henry, on the other hand, looked much older than his years. He was always tired, complained about pain, and rarely left the house. So what happened? It wasn't magic, it wasn't genetics, it was choice. Every single day, George made small decisions that built his brighter future. Henry didn't. Today I'll tell you the 5 things you should stop immediately after 70 if you want to live longer, stronger, and happier. And here's a small challenge for you. As you listen, pick one of these 5 things that you know applies to you, and write the number in the comments below. Let's see how many of us are ready to make a change. Number 1, stop sitting all day. When George retired, he promised himself something simple. I'll never sit for more than 30 minutes without moving. It sounded silly at first, but it saved his health. According to research from the American Heart Association, prolonged sitting increases the risk of heart disease, diabetes, and even certain cancers. Your muscles weaken, your joints stiffen, and your brain slows down. Henry, on the other hand, loved his recliner. I've worked hard all my life. I deserve to rest. But resting turned into sitting all day, and sitting turned into stiffness, pain, and weight gain. Here's the truth. Your body is built to move, even at 70 or 80. You don't have to run marathons, you just need gentle motion. Try this. Walk for 10 minutes after every meal. Stretch your arms when you watch TV. Do light gardening, sweep the porch, or water your plants. Movement tells your body, I'm still alive, I'm still strong. If you agree with tip number 1, write 1 in the comments below. Let's see how many movers we have here. Number 2, stop skipping meals. When people age, their appetite often fades. I'm not hungry, Henry used to say, sipping black coffee for breakfast. But skipping meals, especially breakfast, led to nutrient loss, muscle decline, and fatigue. George did something smarter. Every morning, he ate a bowl of oatmeal with fruit and nuts. It wasn't fancy, but it gave his body protein, fiber, and slow-burning energy. After 70, your metabolism changes. Your body becomes like an old engine. It needs the right kind of fuel at the right time. Skipping meals is like running your car on empty. Eventually, something breaks down. Here's what research shows. Regular, balanced meals with enough protein can help prevent muscle loss called sarcopenia, which is one of the main causes of weakness in older adults. Try to eat protein in every meal: eggs, fish, beans, or chicken. More colorful vegetables for vitamins. Healthy fats like olive oil or avocado. You don't need big portions, just consistency. If you know someone who always says, I'm not hungry, share this message with them. Or if you think this one fits you, type 2 in the comments. Number 3, stop living without purpose. This one is powerful. When Henry retired, he said, finally, I can do nothing. And that's exactly what he did. Nothing. The days felt long, the nights lonely, and his smile faded. Without purpose, the heart slowly closes itself off from joy. George did something smarter. Every morning, he ate a bowl of oatmeal with fruit and nuts. It wasn't fancy, but it gave his body protein, fiber, and slow-burning energy. Studies from Harvard Center on Aging show that older adults who have purpose, whether it's volunteering, gardening, or helping family, live longer and have better mental health. The brain stays sharp and the spirit stays young. So if you wake up and ask, why bother? Remember this: someone out there still needs your wisdom, your kindness, your story. Purpose doesn't have to be grand. It can be simple. Caring for your garden, calling an old friend, or learning something new. If you agree that purpose is the secret to staying alive inside, type 3 in the comments. Let's fill the world with purposeful hearts. Number 4, stop ignoring mental health. We talk so much about physical health, but not enough about the mind. Depression, loneliness, and anxiety often hide behind the polite smiles of older adults. Henry never talked about his feelings. "I'm fine," he'd say. But everyone knew he wasn't. He isolated himself, stopped meeting friends, and even lost interest in his hobbies. George, on the other hand, joined a local book club. Once a week, he'd sit with 5 other people, drink tea, and laugh. That laughter kept his mind alive. According to the National Institute on Aging, social connection is one of the strongest predictors of longevity. It's more powerful than diet or exercise alone. Loneliness, on the other hand, increases the risk of dementia and heart disease. So don't wait for others to call you. Call them first. Don't say, "I'm fine," when you're not. Share your feelings. And if you can't meet people in person, join an online group or class. The internet is full of communities for people just like you who want to live better, not just longer. If this tip hits home, type 4 in the comments. Maybe someone reading it needs to hear your courage.
Number 5, stop believing it's too late. The most dangerous sentence for anyone over 70 is this: "It's too late for me." Henry used to say it all the time. It's too late to travel, too late to learn, too late to start again. That belief became a wall around him. But George thought differently. At 75, he learned how to use a smartphone. At 78, he joined a painting class. At 80, he took his first train trip across the country. Science now tells us that the brain can form new connections even at 80 or 90. It's called neuroplasticity. That means you can still learn, grow, and change. The only thing stopping you is the belief that you can't. So if there's something you always wanted to do, learn guitar, paint, write your story, or even start yoga, do it now. You're not too old, you're just in a different season. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is today. If you agree with that, type 5 in the comments. Let's remind each other, it's never too late. Closing thoughts. Your future starts today. George and Henry aren't just 2 old men from a small town. They are symbols of choice. Every person over 70 faces the same crossroad. Do I stop living and just wait for time to pass? Or do I live intentionally, every day, with curiosity and care? The difference between aging and growing old is simple. Aging happens to everyone. Growing old is a choice. So today, stop doing what holds you back. 1. Stop sitting all day. 2. Stop skipping meals. 3. Stop living without purpose. 4. Stop ignoring mental health. 5. Stop believing it's too late. If even one of these 5 points feels true to you, take action right now. You don't need to change everything overnight. Just start small. Walk a little more. Eat a balanced meal. Call a friend. Learn something new. Your 70s, 80s, or even 90s can be the brightest years of your life if you decide they will be. And before you go, I have one final challenge. Pick one of the 5 things that spoke to you most and write its number in the comments. Not only does it help you remember, but it might also inspire someone else reading it. Because somewhere out there, another George or Henry might be watching, and your comment could be the spark that changes their life.